From the Green Room Studios at Bates Nursery in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Gardening Inside Out, a podcast with highlights from our Saturday morning live show, answering all your gardening questions, giving you plant advice for any space in your life. Let's start the show.
Hey, everybody, that's Tyler across the way.
And that's Caroline over there.
Hey, good morning, Tyler.
Good morning, Caroline.
It's
Wow.
afternoon, but it could be morning for our listeners right now.
It can be any old time.
Maybe it's 6 a.m. You're just getting in the car, going on that long road trip down to the beach. You're going to see some palms on the way, and then you're going to go hop in that ocean and go for a little swim.
Maybe it's 6 p.m. You've already gotten to the beach. You're
all tuckered out.
A few Mai Tais in or something.
And you've met some folks, and you're like, listen, I want to introduce you to my friends.
My great friends.
My great friends on Gardening Inside Out. Come on, everybody. Gather around.
Well, here's
y'all are
your
all
chance.
gathering around while we're talking about plants right now.
You are. And neither did I know that this conversation would go this way, getting into our recap.
We're full
podcast.
of surprises in the mornings, afternoons.
We are. When are we?
I've got coffee right now, so it feels like morning.
You do have coffee. That's so strange. Now you're tricking me into thinking it's morning?
Maybe it is.
Maybe it is morning.
Maybe it is, and maybe it isn't. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're getting philosophical.
We are. I think the issue is that it is so hot outside right now. Y'all, we're recording on Tuesday, so the podcast actually comes out tomorrow, and tomorrow is when the temperature is going to take a little break, I believe. I hope.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Listeners, are we right?
Yeah. Y'all are in the future right now from where we are. Is this correct?
It probably is.
I hope so.
It's supposed to at least be a little bit cooler. We'll take anything we can get for cooling down a little bit because this is ridiculous.
It's insane. Although all these downpours that we're getting right now, plus the heat, a lot of my plants are absolutely thriving.
Yeah,
like my sunflowers and zinnia patch, they are just popping off, full of pollinators. So many fun little bugs over there.
I'm sure it's like a jungle where you're at because it is in my backyard.
I've had to weed eat a lot, or should be weed eating. I mean, I've done it, but I haven't done it all.
You and me both, okay?
It's hard to keep up with.
I actually haven't done any at all this year so far because I dread it.
Weed eated it all this year.
No.
You haven't done any?
No.
What does it look like around those spots where you should be, Tyler? I am shocked right now.
It looks pretty bad.
It looks pretty bad. I haven't weeded around my barn.
Honestly, I'm a little bit cray-cray on my lawnmower because I have a stone border around my garden.
Close.
I literally yeet that thing over the stone and then I, like a crazy person, like slowly lower it down until it's just barely chopping those stones up. And I just get as close as I can.
Wow.
It's like really
I'm pretty
bad.
impressed right now. That's insane.
It is bad. Yeah. And then it's kind of got like a little vacuum effect. So I kind of enjoy like watching the grass get like sucked up and chopped using the deck of the lawnmower.
Yeah. That does sound fun.
But it's not perfect. And then the rest of it, I'm like a psycho and I'm hand pulling everything, including my driveway. I hand pulled the weeds in my driveway.
I just want to burn the weeds in my driveway, but I don't have any of those burning devices that we've talked about before.
I have a burning device. And
you have one and you're not using it?
Yeah, it's bad. I don't know. I don't know why I got lazy with it.
Maybe you get lazy. If you're like me, you go outside to just be like, I'm going to look at the garden, and then I end up weeding one area or just doing some random stuff out there.
Yeah.
Then sometimes I don't even finish that.
Yeah.
I did go wild. And my husband on, maybe it was Sunday. Mm-hmm. We just went out there in the rain and started pulling up all the Japanese stilt grass that was coming up in my like wild flower bed. It was easy to pull up and there weren't a lot of bugs because it was raining, and we got a lot of it out of there because it was bad in some spots. Wow. Listeners, if you don't know what this grass is, look it up, and I bet you've seen it before, and then you'll notice it everywhere. It's all over my property, and I hate it.
Stilt grass, like you're walking on stilts?
Japanese stilt grass. I believe, that's the spelling of it.
Cool.
I mean, there's a chance I could be saying it wrong, but whatever it is.
There's always a chance.
There's always a chance of anything, really. Where are we even? I don't know.
I don't know. Is it morning or is it afternoon? Is this a podcast or are we just talking?
Little bit of both. Little bit of both.
All right, let's rein it in a little here. So Speaking of being out in the yard and neglecting weed eating, I have been noticing another thing, and I'm sure you have, listeners, bugs everywhere. And they're not just nice little bugs. They're bugs that like to gnaw on your plants.
Ooh, I actually don't have a ton of those this year.
Way to go.
Luckily for me. You know what? Knock on wood. I said that. I'm going to get home tomorrow and I'm going to be like, oh my gosh.
Have you not had an apocalypse of grasshoppers be set upon your yard?
No.
Like me?
I haven't really had Japanese beetles this year.
You're nuts.
I'm going to get home and it's going to be a carnage. Everything's going to be gone because I said this.
Yeah, speaking of carnage, a friend of mine down in Huntsville, Alabama, sent me a photo of her freshly planted peach tree.
Uh-oh. Did something happen?
Japanese beetles happen.
Oh.
The leaves are completely skeletonized.
It's kind of cool, though.
It's cool, but it's also sad.
Yeah.
You know, I just said you're going to have to pluck those things off and keep an eye on it, and hopefully it'll reflush. But
it won't kill it, though. I mean,
yeah.
But it makes it look kind of ugly.
Yeah. And it's annoying because the other one wasn't touched at all. So then you've got one with no
Well, at
leaves.
least she's got one.
At least she does. And I said, yeah.
Is the glass half empty or half full?
I don't know. Is it dimpy?
Is it you, Tyler?
We'll find out.
We'll find out on the next episode
of Dimpty Glass.
I think the heat's getting to us a little bit. You know, you're talking about bugs and pests and things, but you know what I did see yesterday in my garden? A hummingbird moth. The first one I've seen.
Oh.
On my lantern, I got a video.
Wow.
And it flew right at the camera. It was like, zoom.
Yeah?
Yeah. My lantana has finally latched in and is growing. I've talked to a few folks that have come out here about lantana, and they're like, it's just not doing anything. And it seems like it's taken forever for it to finally like start growing. Because usually my lantana by now is like a shrub. And I have, I don't know, 7 lantanas planted all over the place because I love them.
In the ground?
In the ground.
Do you think it's all this rain?
Well, we didn't get that much rain until now.
We've been getting rain for like a month or more.
Yeah, but I planted these in like late April. I planted them early.
That was in the hot, dry times.
Yeah, but they haven't grown at all is what I'm saying.
That's a shame.
I know. But still, the hummingbird moth was on it and loving it.
Yeah,
loving
life. I know somebody who's got a yellow one next to a pool in a pot. No real problems at all. It's like 3 feet wide, 2 feet tall.
Maybe the potted ones this year are the ones that are
It's all butterfly on it. Little swallowtail.
Nice.
Black swallowtail. So.
Wowza.
I know. Speaking of butterflies, I saw a pipevine swallowtail.
Did you now?
Yeah, while I was recreating in the park
recently. What were you recreating?
I was riding a bicycle.
Lovely.
Yeah, and I love to look at plants while I'm on a bike.
I do too. Well, maybe walking or in a car. I don't bike anymore.
That's really fast in a car. You got to really maintain your focus.
You just got to move your head like this.
Like that? Back and forth?
Well,
She's moving her head
I'm
side
not
to side
driving.
Quickly.
Well, I'm not the driver. I'll slow down if I'm driving, though. If no one is up behind me, I will go real slow and like look at plants. I was doing it the other day. What was I looking at? Where was I?
Tell me.
It doesn't matter, but
Yes,
I
it
was
does.
looking at something and I can't remember what.
I've been noticing that arborvitaes are struggling this year.
Really?
There's been a lot of arborvitaes on the struggle bus. Not the one in my front yard, which is Sting, which is doing fine for some reason.
For some reason.
Yeah.
Didn't we give you that for your birthday one year? Did we?
Not Sting.
We
no.
gave you Jantar.
Jantar.
R.I.P. Jantar? Oh, okay.
Jantar is no more tar.
What happened to Jantar? What's happening to all of the other ones this year?
Jantar didn't make it through the hot, dry summer.
Man.
While I didn't plant it, right? You know,
Right.
we don't do that sometimes.
We don't. You're right.
And it got a little hot and I went to the West Coast.
And you
Remember
left-
that?
You left Jantar.
And Jantar, did not water itself. So,
Oh, R.I.P. Jantar.
yeah.
That's okay. At least you got Sting.
Now the little mossy rock hinoki that you got me, the
Uh-huh.
little miniature, that's surviving.
Okay.
It's
Is
got
it thriving?
It's
Or
got
is
a
it
little
just
brown spot.
Okay.
Just a little browning. I'm hoping it's not a full dieback, but it's just kind of at the tips. And
Mhm.
I planted it at the base of my Golden Ghost pine,
Lovely.
right?
Yeah.
But the black-eyed Susan started creeping in and all the way around it. So now it's like halfway surrounded by all these plants, and I'm worried that it's going to start getting shaded out.
Do you think it's scared?
Might be.
A little bit afraid.
Yes, the shadows are coming for it.
Yeah.
So that's all I've got there.
You might have to move something.
Yeah.
Rudbeckia will kind of take over.
It already is.
In a wonderful way.
It is. I want to cut it back, but we like the blooms.
The blooms are great. I love Rudbeckia. Someone isn't here right now to talk bad about it. So
Look, I hate it.
Who was that? What was that voice?
I can jump on the devil's advocate side and say that I don't like it when the blooms and certain stalks like die out on it.
That's just what they do though. And then the birds eat the seeds.
I know.
I know. I do know what you mean though. They start to look burnt out and like a little bit gross, but
it makes me just want to take the weed whacker and just
don't you do it. I
will.
Speaking of weed whacker, the number of times you and I have both said speaking of in this intro today, I think we're probably at 5 or 6. I weed whacked my yarrow.
You did?
My paprika.
Oh, paprika does not behave very well.
It was out of control. I planted it in front of my Alice in Wonderland oak leaf hydrangeas, and they had just grown together. So I held the hydrangea back with one hand, and with the other hand with the weed eater just came in and now it's coming back up.
That's pretty impressive.
Very
That's
tame.
quite the reach to hold it up and whack it at the same time.
Maybe I didn't. Maybe I held it up with like my leg or something.
That's even more impressive and scary.
Yeah. I can't remember how I did. I remember I had to push back one of the branches in order to bring the weed whacker in. It was definitely a leg, not an arm, because my arms are not long enough to be able to do that. I don't think. I'm going to have to test it now.
Just imagine you doing weed whacker stunts.
Well, I am quite the stunt master, so.
I'm not going to be in your yard while you're doing that. That's crazy.
I do get wild with the weed whacker from time to time. But you have to, and you don't know that because you haven't been weed eating this year.
No,
and that's okay because you get wild with your mower.
You know, maybe you should consider planting some of those new vintage white yarrow I featured on this past Saturday's show.
Maybe I should.
It has got a compact habit.
I've got paprika and moonshine. Those are the only two I have.
And you and me both.
Do great. I love them.
I'm a little bit mad at paprika, though.
Why? Because it's so crazy?
It doesn't bloom as long as I would want it to. It kind of blooms and then kind of does its thing afterwards that I don't really like that much. I like moonshine a little bit better because it holds on to the color.
Yeah.
And structure, let's be honest.
I also like the leaves on the moonshine are a little bit bigger and more blue. So when it's not blooming, the plant is a little bit more attractive than the paprika. You are right, Tyler. Now you're just making me want to plant more yarrow.
Yeah, new vintage white. I'm about to do it.
I might do that. I did start a whole new shade bed.
Did you now?
Yeah, sure
did. What'd you put into it?
So we had laid down, listeners, do not judge me for this, but when we bought our house, there was carpet everywhere. And that was the first thing we did was rip out the carpet because I don't like carpet. We have a dog. We had 2, and we laid down the carpet outside of some of our garden beds to kill off the grass.
Oh.
And we finally took it up. I'm not going to say how long it was down.
10 years? 11?
Not quite 10. We haven't been in the house 10 years.
8, 9.
But almost. It'll be 10 years in January.
So you smothered the grass for
So it's real dead. And we finally took it up when I got that dumpster for my birthday.
Oh.
We had put like straw on top, so you couldn't really see it. So it was, it wasn't just like looking at carpet in the yard. But
we put straw on top of the carpet just to not look at the carpet?
Yes, I don't want to look at carpet in my yard. I hate carpet. But we were using it to kill. This is probably making all the listeners.
Is there grass growing
Caroline?
on top of the straw on top of the carpet?
Yes, eventually grass on top of the carpet.
You're saying you got a carpet of grass on top of your carpet on top of your grass carpet?
We had a carpet grass on top of the carpet of grass. And we rolled it up and we put it in the dumpster and disposed of it.
Which is basically like sod now.
And now it really is. But now we have this perfect no grass, no weeds area. And I planted so many shade, and mostly natives over there. And some stuff that I already had. I had I did plant a bottle brush buckeye next to that bed, but not in that bed. Bottle brush plant? No, what?
Father Gila?
No, not Father Gila. It's the button bush.
Oh.
All of those always kind of intersect in my brain. They get all intertwined.
Bottle, button, bush. Bushy
Bottle, button, bush. Couple
Bushy
different
bottles.
ferns. I got a shade-loving solidago. I can't remember what it's called, but it's got these like kind of thin little leaves. It almost looks like northern sea oats, that grass that's highly invasive but also native.
You showed that to me.
I do want to plant, but I'm scared to plant it. So I haven't done that yet. A lot of different heuchera. Yeah. What else did Itea is in there.
Mm-hmm.
Beauty berry is in there. That Kinsey, shout out to Kinsey. He gave me a Pearl Glam beauty berry.
Pearl Glam,
because they got those dark leaves that I love. And he had it. He was like, yeah, it's not doing too hot. I'll bring it to you, Caroline. You can have it. So that's right in the middle of the bed.
Plant friends like that.
I love plant friends like that. They're great. And then I also planted some Fothergilla.
Which one?
Blue Shadow.
Yeah.
No. Sorry. That's somewhere else. This was Legend of the Fall. Not the small.
I like Legend of the Small.
But this
and
one
fall.
is, I think, the fall. It's the bigger one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly wanted to plant, I think there's another compact like Aronia that's in that realm, and I want to plant like that and Legend of the Small together. I think that would look really good.
I planted the bottle brush buckeye and then put the two Fothergilla I had on either side.
Cool.
It's going to be cute.
Man.
It's going to be real cute.
It just sounds like a wild time over there.
Yes, it is a very wild time over there. And I have all these kittens, too, that I'm hanging out with. So, listeners, nobody has messaged us about maybe wanting a cat. But I'm bringing them into my house, treating them for fleas, and they're about ready to go home. They're very cute. So...
Speaking of fleas,
it's the 7th time you've said
I know. It actually is.
Speaking of fleas, do you want to talk about fleas?
Flea beetle.
Oh. Are those not the things at the beach in the sand? What are those?
Sand fleas.
Sand fleas.
Stop word associating everything. Man, you're going to lead us off the rails again.
I'm so sorry, but I immediately thought it. Clearly my mind is on like the beach right now because I talked about y'all going to the beach at the beginning of this intro.
I'm trying to take you back from the Gulf or wherever. Get over here.
I'm floating in the ocean right now. Okay, you keep going.
Flea beetles. They've been cutting holes in things, man. I'm still so mad at the bugs right now. I mean, I get it. They're doing their thing, but they're just causing so much carnage. And I'm not trying to fight them either.
They're living their best life.
Yeah, but, I've got a fig in a pot. It's just been chilling. Then all of a sudden, I move it a little bit. And then the next day, there's holes in the fig.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it hasn't even had a chance to fruit yet. I'm a little bit mad at all my fruiting things this year.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
My fall gold still sitting at the same. It has not grown an inch. It's insane. Y'all, I know we talked about this, 3 weeks ago or something?
Yeah.
Tyler and I both talked about our fall golds.
Yeah.
And they are still just sitting.
I keep looking at the tips because there's fresh growth happening right now. And I'm like, I know there's got to be some fruit on this somewhere, please. But I haven't seen anything so far. So, again, in purgatory, I wait. Fruitless.
You're all about your fruits, too. So this is terrible for you especially.
I am. And I need to broadcast my intention here, okay? We're going to do this like collective agreement or whatever between all of us. A pact, if you will.
Okay. We're all going to set a timer and do a pact.
Maybe not a 15-minute timer, though. But okay. I need to make a proper area and enclosure for all of my fruit stuff, okay? No more of this just leaving it out and let nature do what it will because nature is treating me bad right now.
She's being mean to you. Is she being a bully to you right now?
She is beating me up and taking my lunch money and being like, I'm sorry, Tyler, no fruit for you. No nothing. Except for okra. You can enjoy your okra and be miserable. Thanks.
Are you miserable with your okra?
No, I'm not.
Okay, you're happy with that.
The thing is, it keeps growing so fast that the pods get all like stiff and papery if you let them go too long.
I know. That was my problem. I mean, it's not really a problem, but when I grew okra, I loved growing it, but it produces like crazy. And if you don't keep up with it, you have like 50 okras. 50 okras?
Okrai?
50 okrai all over the place, and you can't do anything with them because they get giant. They're all prickly.
They do. And
so
thankfully...
You have that problem right now.
Yeah. Well, you throw them on the grill. You use the I melt butter, put some Cajun, some Tony's? Yeah.
Tony's.
You know Tony's.
Oh, I know Tony's real well.
That's right. Make some Cajun butter.
Oh my gosh, Tyler.
Yeah, and then I brush those things with the Cajun butter.
Are you going to bring these in?
I might make them
Remember
for Super Soaker Day.
last year when we talked about doing recipes, Tyler doing recipes from his garden?
Yeah, I'll make them for Super Soaker Day.
Listeners are probably like, what is Super Soaker Day?
It's here at the nursery. It's happening, but I think it's just employees only. Sorry. So I guess don't worry about what I said. But yeah, so do them up in Cajun butter, throw them on the grill. I think I did like 3 or 4 minutes aside. And then you go to bite one, right?
Oh, right.
And you can't even chew through it. You can't even bite through it. That's how terrible it is. So I wasted the butter on it. I wasted the grilling time and energy.
I thought you were talking about one you had harvested at the right time, and you're about to be like, and you bite into that, and it's the best thing you've ever tasted.
The other ones are
Cajun butter.
No. See, it's certain ones in the same batch, so you don't know which ones are good and which ones aren't. Imagine serving that to company, and they come over, and you're like happily serving them your proud okra, and then they bite into one. They're like, I don't know about that one.
But
Tyler.
Then they have to act like they like it.
Yeah,
so they're not rude.
At
so you're bringing these to this company, to the Bates company.
Not the bad ones.
Not the bad ones.
No, I have to be good at picking them.
You do. Be better, Tyler. Be better. Just kidding. You're doing great.
Well, so the pact is I need to build a fruit enclosure, be serious about it, be intentional, because I'm tired of this only getting like 5 blueberries thing.
Same. That's about how many pink lemonade blueberries I got this year.
Yeah.
And nothing else.
I want abundance. If it means war. Also, hey, let's pivot and talk about our worst nightmare this summer, which has been...
Wow, you changed the subject so fast.
Sorry.
What is our worst nightmare?
Diarrhea lettuce.
Oh my gosh. I did not expect it to go that way. Yeah, no salads for anyone right now. We're all going to have to grow our own lettuce.
And that is exactly what I'm talking about. Everyone should be, what? What? Can I get on my soapbox for a second? Everybody should be going to their local nursery, get some seeds, and start some lettuce from seed. And if you want to get starts, go ahead and get them from someplace you trust. Maybe it's Bates Nursery.
I don't think we have any lettuce starts right now.
We will in the fall.
We will soon, yeah. But not yet. It's still a little hot.
But you could probably find some seed. We're still light on seed. We haven't gotten our restock yet.
Yeah.
And it's still too early to sow lettuce. Lettuce, you can get a lettuce harvest in like 30 days.
So you're just making all of us think about how we can't have salad until the fall.
I'm telling everybody to get ready. To get ready to make lettuce. Because they're going to need to do it to get through the rest of this year.
I wonder how many folks are still eating
year.
lettuce. I told you I accidentally ate a bunch of lettuce on Sunday.
Yeah, you did.
And then I looked at my husband and he was looking at me like, what are you doing?
You did it twice.
I did it twice.
You went to Taco Bell too.
That doesn't mean I ate lettuce.
You did have lettuce on something, didn't you?
Okay, that was on a spicy potato soft taco, and that was before we all found out that it was lettuce and lettuce that had been at Taco Bell. And yes, it was the day before the news broke.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I've been avoiding it. I mean, I hate it too because it's so much of that has gone to waste.
I love
'cause
lettuce
of paranoia.
and salads.
Yeah, exactly. And it's such a shame too because, we don't know where the lettuce has come from. It could have come from Alaskan lettuce. And then, what is it watered with? It's watered with bad water.
This took a turn.
It sure did. And I'm not trying to stay here, okay? This is an uncomfortable subject. But just realize there are ways to do your own lettuce, and it's not that hard. We just need to get past the hottest points of the year, and then your lettuce won't bolt on you, and you can have all the butter crunch or whatever you want.
There it is.
Grow yourself a mesclun mix. Grow yourself a little spring mix variety. Just grow some lettuce. It's not that hard.
My problem with growing lettuce is that I don't harvest it until it's too late and it's bitter. I forget.
Yeah.
And I'll get that tomorrow. I'll get that later. And then by the time I go get it, I'm like, ooh.
Maybe you want to do a bowl. Lettuce bowl. That way it's in your house.
Absolutely not.
No?
I am not growing lettuce in my house.
What? Why are you saying that like you detest it or something?
I don't know. I don't like the thought of growing lettuce inside my house.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Well, I feel like my cats would just eat it, for one.
So grow them a bowl of cat grass.
That's true. They
In the
do deserve
kitchen.
it. I have great cats. Love my cat. I only have 2. Listeners, y'all probably think I have like 50 cats. I have 2, and the rest have just shown up on our farm. We don't really have a farm. We have property, but they're farm cats.
Sure, you have a barn. That
I have
counts.
a barn, yeah.
That counts for something.
With the cutest, biggest, fattest groundhog that has burrowed a hole in the middle of our barn in the farm. We're fine with it. It's a dirt floor. And
Yeah.
he lives in our barn. I get to see him every so often. Sometimes I surprise him when he's not facing me and I walk in.
Did you give him a name?
No, we haven't named him. I was going to say Daryl for some reason. So maybe I just gave him the name.
Yeah.
Daryl.
I was going to say, or Dirty Larry.
Dirty Larry Daryl. I love him. I love groundhogs. Even though they can decimate gardens, I don't care. They can have all of my tomatoes, all of my lettuce. I'll go to Taco Bell and eat all the lettuce there so they can have the lettuce in my garden. I will take my chances.
Well, I'm very happy for your groundhog, but I'm just going to say that I'm going to have to do some kind of hydroponic lettuce setup in my garage or something, because I cannot stand for this. I need to have fresh greens. I don't want everything I eat to be brown. Doesn't it? Sometimes you just go to a restaurant and everything looks brown. You're just like, I'll have the brown thing and the golden thing.
Yeah, it's all the fried food.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the mac
that's
and
what it
cheese,
is.
the fried chicken, the chicken fried steak, the
Yes.
mashed potatoes
Yeah.
with the brown gravy. Yeah.
I mean,
Squash casserole, the hash brown casserole. Now
Yeah.
I'm getting hungry. Great.
brown things. Okay, so let's pivot towards.
You
this
didn't say
week's-
the word. Speaking of,
No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to speak of anything more than that related to that. Wow, what a disaster. Hey, guys, I hope you enjoyed the Garden Snacks episodes because
they're going to keep on coming. Yeah. If you haven't listened to this most recent one, we had Jason Sproles. He was great.
he was
We're going to have
fantastic.
him back on because we could have talked to him about trees for hours. So,
Hours.
Hours and hours.
In fact, he said he wanted to go in on dendrology. Anything. Just go for it.
Yeah. So we will definitely have him back. But if you have not given Garden Snacks a listen yet, definitely check that out. It drops on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So you get us twice a week now.
Yeah. And,
Well, technically 3 times a week.
and if you haven't heard the Garden Snacks yet, there's 2 to catch up
Tyler,
on.
go ahead and play your intro for the listeners.
I don't have it in the machine.
Tyler, go ahead and sing it for our listeners.
Garden Snacks. Oh, Garden Snacks.
So, and you can also hear that tune that he recorded with a little bit of an echo for our intro for our mini episodes. But yeah, I guess it's time to go ahead and get into this week's broadcast, shall we?
Yes, we shall.
We
Where
had
you
a
can hear
fun
me.
crew,
Yeah, including me. I was on there.
including Tyler. So we had Tyler, myself, as well as Josh Carey and David Bates.
Bemoaning more fruit. Enjoy.
Really glad to have everyone in today, and that includes Caroline Gant. Good morning, Caroline.
Good morning.
And we also have Tyler Blankenship.
Wow, look at there.
Tyler's at the table.
Flat Tyler.
He has piped himself in, and we're glad to have him. So,
You're stuck in like a TV.
yeah, he's not looking very two-dimensional.
You remember the old
I'm in the
cards that the
box.
grandkids used to make where they would make the picture of grandma and grandpa and then they would have to, people would have to send them all around the world. We got
Vaguely.
flat grandma, flat grandpa,
Okay.
flat Tyler. So you can go around.
Well, we're glad
Here
to
I
have
am.
all aboard this morning. And as I understand it in leading, Caroline, I'm going to let you talk about, and both you guys, about what's going on this week. We do understand we have a plethora of questions
Yes.
out there.
We
this
do have
morning.
quite a few questions and a lot of photos this morning. Y'all
Very
sent us
good.
so many images that we'll get to take a look at a
Well,
little bit later.
and
in the
that's
broadcast.
wonderful. We really appreciate all the
Yes.
interaction. So without further ado, what you guys got? Anything in particular? I know Tyler and I have been dealing with some, which just seems to have nothing to do horticulturally, but we've been dealing with some IT upgrades and networking, and
That's right.
we had a good meeting with Ken Sanderson, who is our, when you got a guy like Ken, it makes and Tyler and I both have some skills, but Ken's at that level that's like many steps above. As
I'm playing
he's
follow
Shel-
the
yeah.
leader.
Yeah,
Right.
He's the Sheldon to your guys.
Well,
Cooper
I mean,
Polly, is that what you're saying?
You don't get to be the director of IT at Country Music Association for many years because you have no game. He's got game, so we're fortunate.
You got game.
We're very
Absolutely.
fortunate to have Ken, very much the director of all of these things that you may have seen some cabling up above and around. Hopefully, not too much, but you, Tyler and Ken, are going to be installing our network that will give our customers much greater access to wireless while they're here on site.
Yeah, we're
And-
gonna have guest Wi-Fi for the first time.
Wi-Fi?
So
Free Wi-Fi?
yeah.
Wow.
So if you need to look things up, it's gonna be a lot easier.
So anyway, we got that going on, and then we got all the stuff that you would expect us to have going on. It's like containers and plants, and working towards that. We poured. I don't know if you've been down and inspected the concrete work that happened this past week, Caroline, but
I've seen it from a distance.
and
well, you've got final sign-off, I'm sure.
And,
I do, yeah.
So-
and we've got one final connecting piece to get done here in the next couple of weeks, and we're looking forward to having that where we have a continuous path all the way down to the sold areas. It also will encircle the tree lot.
Circumnavigate the tree lot?
So we'll have a very nice smooth transition all the way around, and then as you purchase things to pick up in the future, it gives us a much greater access to this concrete pad that gives us better access to the sold area, so to kind of protect your things until you are able to receive shipment of them or come pick them up. So.
And speaking of that, and just concrete, we're concreting an area where we're going to have our new pottery barn, which is exciting. But we did put out new large pots the other day. So if you're looking for big terracotta, we did get a little bit more in. So we'll have that out on the lot when you come in and visit.
Well, I know you have to have some level of excitement. I know you do.
About pottery? Always.
About what the possibilities for our future display is going to be. When we get these
there's some really pretty white, two-tone whites
got those
right
too.
up there. That's front of
well, once we get our shelves in place, which we going to procure some wood from Carlson Builder Supply to achieve.
You call, we haul, you all.
Yeah, so we're gonna be working on that here coming up, and then that's going to provide the opportunity for Caroline to display her wares, and we're going to be able to greatly expand the amount of pottery that we have had in the past. So if you haven't found in the past what you're looking for, I bet you by spring we're going to have what you're looking for.
How about Pottery Plaza instead of Pottery Barn? Because I think that one's already used.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Pottery Depot?
We'll
figure it out.
We're just probably going
Tunnel?
to call it.
Ooh, I like Pottery Tunnel. That's fun.
Ooh.
Maybe it
Pottery Grotto.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Pottery Zone.
Pottery zone.
There's so many different things that we can call it, but it is very exciting. We'll get to have most of our big pots in one area now. So instead of having to just walk around and kind of find stuff, you'll be able to search everything in one covered spot with some nice freshly laid concrete.
Yep.
But are we ready to get to questions?
We are.
Because we're already getting some
Go
live ones
for it.
in.
Okay.
Our first one comes in from Cindy. Cindy says, new rose mom here. My roses are in large pots and I'm having black spot and fungus issues. With the humidity, should I back off on watering? The pots do have drainage holes. Then Cindy, you did say I've treated with, and then it's
stopped.
blank. So what
Oh,
should
no.
she do with that though?
Cindy, first thing, I'm going to make sure, and again, take this from experience, make sure that those holes are actually functioning.
Yeah, and it's a good
yeah.
idea. Even if you have holes in the bottom of a container, I know
Set 'em
Caroline
up
probably
under-
preaches this regularly. If you ever have a broken pot, taking some of those broken pieces of pottery and inverting them over the top of the hole, and maybe putting some, before you start putting soil in, goes a long way to help making sure that hole does not get stopped up with soil over the
Absolutely.
course of time. So I've seen people use crushed beer cans and all kinds of stuff.
Aluminum screen
water
wire
bottles,
works good.
What do you do at your casa?
I do the broken pots because I have tons of pottery and I drop things a lot. I have a lot of animals. They knock things over. And so I feel bad throwing it away. So that's typically what I do. Crushed up water bottles work because they're light. If you have a big pot that you're putting stuff into that you might have to be, moving in and out of your house or just moving where it is. So it doesn't really make
Plastic
it any
water
heavier.
bottles.
Plastic water bottles.
Yeah, just scrunch
Just
them
empty
down
ones.
and put the cap back on it, and it'll stay that
And
size.
fill it up in the bottom. But
I
yeah, there's a lot of
use-
things you can do.
Pine fines. I used a lot of pine fines. I'm okay with the settling, but it really helps with the drainage on the bottom.
I take
And
a
if
little,
it's an area you're going to replant every year anyway, it's a really good option.
Yeah.
Now, if it's a more permanent planting, you may find that it's the next year it's going to be a few inches lower than it was that year. So
Yeah. In the container, I also use some rocks on the bottom, but they're generally outdoor containers, and I don't plan to move them around very much.
right.
and I do elevate mine when they're on concrete. Like on the ones that are on my front steps, I elevate them just a little bit so you can allow that water to
and plants
evacuate out.
want to feel elevated.
They do.
They need a little
We
positive.
put them on the top step this year.
And
David, so-
probably the one thing that's if you could even use large gravel in the bottom, but using a piece of soil barrier fabric on top of that to keep it from infiltrating the pore space in the gravel is really good idea before you put your soil in. So there's a lot of ways to address that.
Yep.
There are. And, roses here in Middle Tennessee are just tricky. I have 3 knockout roses in pots, and they do all have black spot just from getting water on the leaves here and causing that issue. So
We've had a lot of rain.
we've had a lot of rain. And speaking of rain, we did get a question about all the rain. Worried that all of this rain could be too much for the perennials I just planted. Is that crazy?
Nope.
I think it kind of depends on what you've planted and where. I mean, I'm excited about all this rain because I did just plant a bunch of stuff, but it's in areas that have good runoff, so it drains pretty quickly.
Yeah, if you've done your soil preparation correctly, number one, there's really nothing you can do about the precipitation in the too much category. So if you've done proper soil preparation that allows it to perk properly, then you have alleviated many of those problems on the front end. If it's dry, of course, you will need to be mindful of
Because
watering more. But
with our project that we did this spring at the proving grounds, I have some areas where I've got 2 conifers that I'm very concerned about being a little bit too wet. So
That can be tricky. Oh no, I think they'll be okay.
It's just an opportunity
To worry?
to replace them if we have to. I don't.
hopefully you won't have
I don't
to.
think you'll have to replace
I
them.
know a place. No,
One of them is Tyler, isn't it?
no. He's fine. He's fine.
He's fine.
Tyler's out there on the end. He's got plenty.
Josh gives all of his plants personal names.
Yes.
So,
Which makes sense. I do it with some of mine, but I have so many. There's no way I would ever remember all of it.
I can't remember everybody that I know's name most of the time anymore.
use that to help reinforce. Oh yeah, Tyler. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Are we ready for another question?
Sure.
Let's go for it.
How do I get my shamrock inkberry holly to become fuller at the bottom?
Oh, no.
The perpetual problem with those, and the trait that they exhibit most frequently above all others is defoliation around the base of it. So if you're going to make it thick at the bottom again, then you're going to be required to cut it back rather severely. Now, at this point, I'm not sure I would. You could, and it will flush back out. You've got time to do that. Probably the better time to do it is, at middle to late February. Cut it back as severely as you like. When it pushes out new growth at that point, it will be really thick at the bottom until it's not. So, they are, some of the newer cultivars are better at hanging on to those lower leaves, but as a species, they really struggle with that.
Is it a columnar? I'm not.
They're just big
kinda
and bushy.
bushy.
Yeah.
They're big and bushy, and generally, you just kind of need, if you're going to use those, and they're a good plant,
They are.
you need to be okay with kind of the semi-tree form look, because you're going to see stems.
Yep.
We've got them at our house, and we're not. We don't get an exemption because we're in the industry.
No, not at all.
Definitely not. I'd say we get more issues because we are somehow.
I think so.
I don't know.
Yes.
Tyler, you look like you're saying something in your little box.
Well, I'm just nodding along. I mean, a plant's place is definitely in its environment, in the ground. And so we're doing our best to keep them looking the best that they can while they're on asphalt out here in containers waiting for a home. So
I just meant us at our houses.
Oh, sorry.
No, I didn't mean here at the nursery.
I'm just lost in my own thought train now.
I think it's because we experiment with, or at least for me, I bring home so many plants and experiment with so many things that then, of course, you're going to have
And
more
in fairness
problems.
to Tyler, he's being asked to juggle
He's doing a
couple.
lot right now.
He's being recognized. Pam sees that he's multitasking.
Thanks,
A
Pam.
lot of
Yes.
folks are loving Tyler in a box over here.
It's kind of like the old days where I was kind of doing stuff but not really talking very much, but I was still on camera.
Oh, yeah, you
If
used to be like right here
He
in the
was
where
room.
you were
end.
sitting.
Yep.
Wow, you're back to where you were.
Well,
I'm
I think
back here now.
I think we got time for one more question before the first little break here.
I think you're right. Let's go into a hydrangea question. Why, after going on 2 years, hydrangea's not blooming? Only 1 of 3 had a bloom. Sounds
Trimming
like you
issue?
could have like a macrophylla, which I have 1 of those and mine rarely blooms.
Yeah, and macrophylla are not the reliable bloom producers that other cultivars are.
Like an
And,
eclipse.
Well,
You have
I
some
mean,
feelings about eclipse, don't you, Josh?
I love
and,
it. It's gorgeous.
You know, fertilization's important. Getting them in the right spot, of course, is very important. And if you and they on years that, well, let me put it this way: when we receive them in, the professional growers know how to give them the exact conditions and the trimming schedule and the fertilization to get them to set bud and be in bloom. So when you come in here, you're gonna in the springtime, you're gonna almost always find them in bloom because
They do that
people
on
who
purpose.
grow plants professionally use some tricks.
Yes.
That doesn't mean that they won't flower at your house. It just means that we have an unfair advantage in the industry because we're
Perfect
incentivized
conditions,
because
yes.
we want to sell them. So not having a lot of flowers 1 year or 2, it's not all that strange.
But when you get them, it makes it that much more special because this is the 3rd year that we've had the eclipse. I think it was introduced out during the eclipse. I think we actually got them. I had blooms this year.
See, this year mine did not bloom or
Yeah,
hasn't,
wow.
and I don't think it's going to. It bloomed last year.
Wow.
It's never a bad time of year to add Earth Mix to your garden. Earth Mix garden products are sustainably sourced, living soils and amendments crafted to give you the best success for your gardening efforts. Establishing a raised bed? Use Garden Premium Topsoil Blend for an excellent performing growing medium for flowers and vegetables. Amend your gardens with their supernatural compost, with all the nutrients needed to recharge existing soils. For houseplants, their Proganics Indoor Grow Mix is a fantastic potting medium that will feed for up to 6 months without the need for additional fertilizer. Earth Mix is sold only at independent garden centers, so head over to earthmix.net/find earthmix to locate one near you. Success begins at the ground level when you use Earth Mix garden products. Following up on the hydrangea question, there are some reblooming macrophylla hydrangeas like Twist and Shout. I just realized I didn't switch over.
There you go.
Thank you. There's some reblooming hydrangeas in the Endless Summer collection that you might want to check out. So that way you can at least get one bloom.
That's right. And
Out of the
Joyce
year.
says plant quickfire and prune in late winter. Very reliable on that note.
I love
and
quickfire.
Pam also got in here. It's been a minute since we've heard from you, Pam. Good morning, Pam.
Good morning, Pam.
Good
Pam
morning.
says all of my different hydrangea varieties are stunning this year. I'll send pics next week, except the eclipse.
Yep.
So she's in the same boat as I am. I mean, the leaves on
beautiful.
mine are gorgeous.
Yeah.
They're dark. They're almost black. But for me, no blooms yet.
Fortunately, they do have great foliage.
Yes.
They do. Yes, they do.
If it didn't,
Tyler,
it would be in the
blush.
woods.
Can we get to Jasmine's photos?
Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and bring them up.
So we're going to do a set of photos now because we did get a lot. So we got an email from Jasmine. Jasmine says, "Hi all. I always appreciate listening to the show and visiting Bates. It's my happy place. I'm new to gardening and I have questions. Question 1. I am growing a cherry tomato plant, and I've noticed this yellow and brown discoloration. It started at the lower leaves and is slowly moving up the plant. Is it a virus? How should I treat this?
Don't eat that part.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
It's
don't eat
being
that
a
part.
tomato.
Yes.
And Josh, you were sharing while we were off air that you had cherry tomatoes that, well, you were away for a few days, and this planter didn't get watered, and you still got fruit all over, but you lost most of your foliage.
Most of the foliage.
So you're not going to pull it up because of that, are
Not
you?
yet.
Yeah, it probably will even begin to refoliate with proper care.
How many did you plant, dear? Because one is enough to feed an army.
It really is.
Absolutely.
But
So-
it also sets you up for a higher chance of failure if you only have the one.
That's the truth.
Yeah, I usually plant like 8 cherry tomatoes because I love them.
And you also have to look out for things like early blight. And typically, when you plant tomatoes, you'll want to remove a lot of the lower leaves so they don't touch the soil, because when you water them, or when we get these huge downpours and rainfalls, it can cause fungal issues that will creep up the tomato plant. Now, you'll see it browning from the bottom up in that case.
Now, I will say my personal favorite amongst the salad-type tomatoes is the yellow pear. I think those... with cherry tomatoes, they're just beautiful.
Yes.
You got a bowl full of them.
Yeah.
And they're very nice little
cucumber in there.
Oh,
with it too.
they're awesome. So
They have a great appearance.
Now, and again, I do mine a little different. I don't have enough space for 8 of them. I
don't.
We're not saying you need more than that.
Good Lord.
I just tried it with one, and my failure rate is pretty high.
Yeah, I think most.
Tyler's tomato
I think
drama.
most normal people would not plant 8, but
I need all 8 of those.
Do you
okay.
really? Because I grow mine in a container every year. It doesn't go in the ground.
Yeah, I've got mine in raised beds.
And the great
which
thing
is
about
nice 'cause they
growing a
just spill
tomato in a
over.
container, if you can keep it watered, is that any soil pathogens that might be an issue, if you're switching your soil out every year, you get completely around that, because if you plant tomatoes in the same spot every year, then you're statistically increasing the likelihood of there being some future pathogen in the soil. So look for alternate places to plant some or all of your plants, or rotate them around.
Yeah, we're going to completely redo the above ground garden this winter, because it's time to move it. Some of the cedar is deteriorated after 7 years, folks. I mean,
It's a long time.
yes, that's a good track record, and it's not gone, but it's time to move some things. And I'm just going to expand the area and take some pathways out. We're going to it's going to be a monster next year.
You're going to go wild. Hey, we've got a second part to this email. Question 2, my tomatoes are towering above my 7-foot post for my garden net. How do you manage indeterminate tomatoes? Last year, they just flopped and kept going. In the future, should I top them to keep them at a reasonable height?
I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't either.
Yeah, they're
That's
going
how
to
you make them determinate.
Yeah, they're going to start growing back down and then back out and back up.
And hopefully some fruit on them will weigh them down a little bit
Yeah,
more.
I
too.
wouldn't top them personally. You know, usually with tomatoes, it's more about suckering, which is the growth that comes out near the base. So no, I wouldn't worry with that. You've got that white net on there. There's no heat buildup appreciable. It's getting good light transmission. I would just let it go. Not worry about it.
One year, I tried to control my tomatoes by here we go.
I love this story.
I tried
Tyler's
by
new book, Controlling Tomatoes.
different ways to fail at tomato growing is what I should write my book as. But I kept plucking off the sucker growth, and by doing that, I greatly reduced any other kind of
Bloomage.
fruit growth that I would get. So I got like hardly any tomatoes.
But
so
it was growing.
yes, it was growing.
Yes.
I thought
certainly
you were
grew
going
a
to talk
vine.
about, didn't you cage in your tomato, but you caged in a hornworm with it or something so that it ate?
That was another time. So make sure that all of the pests are kept out when you do. walk
50
your tomatoes
Ways
in.
to Fail at Tomato Production by
Jane,
Tyler
Jane
Blake.
pipes in that she uses the Florida weave, which is a different way of not caging or staking.
Yes.
So
Holding them
very-
up.
Look it up.
Florida weave.
It's a good way to do it. All right, and then she did send one more photo for fun. Here's a picture of a chonky caterpillar I spotted having a feast on my dill. I was happy to share. Oh my gosh, that caterpillar looks so happy.
Fat and happy.
It smells like a pickle too. So.
Is that heuchera in the background?
Yeah,
By now, it's probably already into the chrysalis stage,
Oh, yeah, he's
hanging
flying.
around somewhere, getting ready to continue its journey.
I was about to
Yellowtail,
say,
swallowtail.
it's on Butterfly Highway now.
It is. All right, so let's get back into some questions. We'll talk bagworms. I've seen a bagworm rappelling down a big mature arborvitae tree. How to solve?
Grab
Pick it off.
right
Yeah.
now. Yeah. Get
Yeah, and there's probably not just one.
Nope.
You need to be looking for many more. Each little cocoon from a bagworm can produce many hundreds, if not more than 1,000 eggs, and therefore the nymphs that crawl out of it. If you've got conifers, you need to be giving those really special attention. They are, as much as you can pick them,
Get them.
do it, and you'll think you've gotten them all. Turn your head sideways,
Which side?
either way,
Okay.
whichever way your neck works best.
Everybody do.
And for some reason, they start to jump out again. As far you can see them, at least that's me. Maybe it doesn't work that way. Maybe because I've got, one eye that's not functional very well.
Oh, that could
but
be.
I think it happened before I had any of those issues. So
Preventative spraying is the best way to get rid of them.
it's a contrast thing, I believe. It's seeing it in a different plane. So
You can also notice the growth just starts thinning out, and that's when it's starting to get dire.
Yes.
yes, if you waited that long, you've already waited too long. So
We really-
don't wait to see that sign. Start looking for them for future reference, and it is future now. Father's Day weekend is a great time to spray for bagworms because they're at the very little crawler stage, and they're really easy to control. But you got to get the insecticide into the pump-up sprayer and spray them. So
It doesn't do anything
It
to
doesn't-
the bugs
it doesn't
inside
matter
the
how many
bottle.
jugs of it you've
Yeah.
got. If you don't spray it on, it does nothing. So
That's right.
be mindful of it, and it's a timing thing.
God, they're so weird. I've even seen them attach themselves to a brick house.
Yep.
They'll get on anything.
Light
They're wild.
poles.
Well, and that's generally
Cactus. I've seen them on
Cactus.
cactus.
I've seen them on hollies. That's generally an indication of they've kind of gotten crowded out. So you're
that
seeing
you have
them
a
on.
really bad problem.
Yeah, the problem is much worse than what you think.
Mailbox. Yeah.
Ew. Well, we got a comment from Jane Ann Gibbs, so we're going to go back around to tomatoes. She says, I also remove suckers from the indeterminate tomatoes, but have read not to do that to cherry tomatoes.
I
Is this
never have.
true?
I never have.
I never have on my cherry tomatoes.
Nah, I mean, the very nature, and to Tyler's point earlier, is that you want them to be bushy, you want them to be multi-stemmed, and you don't want them to be growing up over the top. So by not suckering them, you get much more of that vegetative growth from down low, which is a bushier plant, makes them easier to pick. Caroline, you probably get no shortage of experience at that with 8 of them.
Oh, I'm picking them every day. It's great.
Yes.
And I put them in all my food at my
you
house.
could probably pick them morning and night.
And noon
and noon.
and
yeah.
midnight. But
Could just stay out there all day.
I had my first blooms off of something that was about 8 inches off the dirt this year. My first fruit was right
Very
there
nice.
on those.
It is.
The low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, babe.
Way to go. Speaking of fruit, my blueberries didn't really give me any fruit this year. What's up with that? Mine were terrible this year. I got like 8 of my pink lemonade.
Yeah, and I don't know anything. I can't remember
Well, I know
the
mine had-
frost sequence that could have occurred. Blueberries are not a thing that's, from a flower standpoint, are extremely showy. So it could be that they got zapped by a late frost or freeze. We had some. I don't remember what. Usually, we're very mindful of the things here at the nursery that are ornamental in nature only. So we might not have had that many blueberries on hand, or it might not have happened here at all. It could have been after they got into bloom at your house and they got zapped.
Yeah.
So
I had great fruit set on my climax blueberry, but I did remember 1 or 2 occasions where I had to throw a bed sheet over it just to be safe, because I don't want to take any chances if I want my blueberries to do well. I didn't do much else than that, and I got a good fruit crop on that. Now, my pink lemonade suffered some pretty bad dieback, I think from drought last year, because it didn't rain, and then in winter the drought persisted for a little while until we finally started getting
and it was
some
very dry
precipitation.
in May as well.
And then it continued to be dry. So I would say some blueberries are in recovery mode right now, while my climax did finish ripening, but of course the birds got to the fruit that was the most ripe before I did.
Birds.
Sad.
So I don't have a blueberry enclosure like I know some viewers of the show do and have built, and I hope to be there one day because I like blueberries.
Blueberries are great. I know mine bloomed and then got zapped by a late freeze. Jane Ann says my blueberry yield was poor too, Caroline. So I feel you. I feel all of you on that. So sad, so unfortunate. All right, let's talk some aphids.
On a happier note.
On a happier note, let's talk about cute little aphids. I have aphids on my burgundy ficus. If I put it outside, will that help with pest control? Yes, it will. I would say this is going to be one of the easiest things you can put outside and treat. One thing you can do, move it outside, hose it off, like shoot all those aphids all over the place, get them out of there. They are going to attract ladybugs. Ladybugs love to feed on aphids. So if you put it outside, chances are ladybugs will flock to your ficus and take care of that issue for you. So I would say, yes, go ahead and put it outside. Just don't stick it in the middle of your yard in full all-day sun because it might get a little bit sunburnt.
A single lady beetle can consume 50 or 60 aphids
It's
in a day.
lot. Yeah.
I mean, so if you could have an infestation of them and have a few lady beetles move in, and they're clean within a couple of days. So it's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're like little nectarines
Skittles. Yeah.
for them. They just pop those things. They just go right down the line.
Cherry tomatoes.
Yeah. Happens on my citrus too, and I love watching that in the spring. It's really great.
It is wild. I actually watched a wasp eat a caterpillar on my windshield here the other day.
Cool.
I sat there and watched the whole thing. I got some video, but it's kind of gross, so I don't know if the viewers want to see that. But I couldn't look away. It ate it so fast. I didn't know they ate caterpillars. Did y'all?
Well, there you go.
Tyler's like, I did. I know everything.
No, I don't. I didn't say that.
All right,
their
we have a
eggs on 'em.
question about our website. How reliable is your website if I look there to see what all you have?
Let me tell you something. Mary Polo, who
She's on it.
She is, as far as the information, the back end of it, all the photography, she works all day, every day at it. Now, Toy, a newcomer somewhat. She's been here for what?
About a year now.
Yeah, about a year.
She started last
That seems like a newcomer to me after
Newbie.
my many years of being here. Toy works in the inventory side, and what that does is that helps ensure that our information is as complete and accurate as it can possibly be. When you combine that with point of sale inventory control, then we have a very high confidence at this time of year because we've had, probably when we're at our worst is as we approach the end of spring because we're so busy and we don't have time to go through and inventory everything.
Cycle counting is tough, folks.
So we've gotten through all that process now. So our numbers should be correct at least from now until say early spring.
Well, now, if someone were to place an order online, would they know before they came that there was a shortage? When they go to
Yes,
quote?
we say online, give 24 to 48 hours, then we'll call you to confirm that we've either pulled all of your order or we don't have some of those items.
Some say there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. But we say Bates Nursery is. Located in Nashville, Tennessee, Bates Nursery and Garden Center is a separate world unto itself. They feature the widest variety of plants, including trees, shrubs, native plants, perennials, houseplants, and specimen evergreens. Their knowledgeable staff will assist you with any gardening needs, catering to any experience level. Open year-round, and Caroline, tell them how to get here.
Bates Nursery is located minutes from downtown Nashville off Briley Parkway, exit 19 in beautiful Whites Creek, Tennessee. You'll see it's worth the drive from anywhere. No time to visit the nursery? Shop online with delivery and pickup options available for the greater Middle Tennessee area at www.batesnursery.com.
So if you want to learn a lot about living and a little about love, visit Bates Nursery and Garden Center, beautifying Nashville since 1932.
All right, we have a lot of photos, so let's go ahead and roll into those. Our first one comes from Kay Matthews. Kay Matthews sent this week's garden.
Wow.
Wow. Kay, you have a lot going on.
Yes, she does.
Look at those
At the
figs.
bottom of that email, she was
Look at
listing
those
off
figs.
some stuff.
Oh, I did not see that.
It's
I
at
think
the
it was
very
fading
bottom.
between the images.
Mine are coming in too.
Mine are not coming in yet.
Wow,
I'm covered up, Carolyn.
We got hundreds.
You need to bring some in.
We
I have
have
3 fig trees and I
hundreds.
have none. You do too? I'm expecting some. Please and thank you.
Shasta Daisy, Becky in the foreground, balloon flowers gone to seed in front of the container, pink garden phlox, and white hydrangeas in the background. Trunk
What?
of that's at the bottom, that bottom daisy photo that I put up that Kay was describing.
I didn't see that.
It's at the very very bottom of the email. There's a lot of stuff in
I'm
there.
saying I didn't see it on here.
Ready?
You were reading it, but
I'm
there was no
sorry.
photo.
Yeah.
That
Okay,
makes
that
more
is
sense.
stunning.
Yeah. The red is on the Italian arum. The flower stalks are going to seed.
Beautiful. Kay, you have gorgeous gardens. Our next one comes from Michael. It's more of a problem. Scale on gardenia. Hello, my dad has had this gardenia shrub in a pot that has been infested with scale for years now. He brings it into the garage for winters. It was repotted 3 to 4 years ago. He has been spraying it heavily with neem oil every month, but the pest persists. Any tips on long-term strategy to eradicating the pest to bring this plant back to glory, or should he just continue to treat it and live with it?
Well, scale is indeed one
That's
of the
a
more
bad
difficult.
scale. Yeah.
Now, part of the problem is, and neem oil is helpful. The problem of it is if it had a viscosity rating on it like motor oil,
Yeah.
it would be more like it would be on the grease end of the scale. That is to say, 90 weight. You don't not using a heavier oil. What oils do, neem oil to some extent, but it's very light. If you use just a regular paraffinic-based dormant oil, and the name suggests that it's in the dormant season, spray that on there, and don't be in a particular rush to get it inside. Gardenias can handle quite a bit of colder weather. They can't handle the worst of the winter, but if you can get that on there, the oils, the paraffinic oils, smother them. And if it doesn't make and this is where we like to talk about, it's so important. You got to really work up underneath that foliage. That's where all the scale exists. So you got to coat all the undersides. You got to do it with the right formulation, and a paraffinic dormant oil is the way to do that. And do it at near the end of the season, and then you can move
October,
it in.
maybe?
The leaves, as the oil begins to, I would say not dry, but kind of cures a bit, they're going to be very sticky.
Yeah.
But that's how you know you're getting it on there.
Don't be afraid to use it either. Spray it.
No, and
Yeah.
dormant oil is safe for most things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. Ooh, scale. I've battled that on quite a few of my plants at my
Either
house.
cut them back. You don't have to pitch it. Cut them back and then reflush, and then use your horticultural oils, which are kind of in between neem oil and dormant oil.
Looks like you could use a haircut anyway, just a little
A
bit.
little haircut. Yeah. It's gorgeous. I mean, even with its scale, it is still stunning. Let's shift gears to something a little bit happier. We got something from Emily Boyd. Emily Boyd says, this is a crepe myrtle I rescued from my neighbor several years ago when it was small.
Look at that.
She was about to throw it in the woods, and I asked if I wanted it. Of course, I said yes, and it seems grateful I rescued it. LOL. That is amazing.
That is stunning.
That is a great case for rescue gardening.
Yep. That's what you want right there. The stems over the fence. Graceful.
Is this the neighbor that she got it from, or is this just somebody?
Might be planted on the other side of her.
Because I kind of feel like if it is, it's rubbing it in a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like look at this. You were gonna throw it in the woods, but now I've got it.
That
It does look
particular
like
color.
it might be the same house, but I can't.
I think that particular color this year is the one that is really showing out.
Well, and they are amongst the most consistent, reliable flower
Beautiful.
producing crepe myrtles.
Look at that bed. Oh my goodness, look at that bed.
Mm.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, Emily, your gardening is stunning. And then our last set of photos comes from Joyce. So let me find that. Okay, Joyce says the eastern tiger swallowtail likes Canyon Creek Abelia as much as I do.
Look at that.
It just started blooming, but even when the white flowers are gone, the peachy bracts make it look like it's still in bloom. That's so cute. I think we
love
had
it.
that in here last week.
Yeah, we had some type of abelia.
We did. I think
And
it was
he was
the
eating
peachy.
somebody's dill last week.
Yeah, and now look, he's on Joyce's Abelia.
There you go.
Wow. He flew pretty far. And then the second photo says twins and triplets. Look at that
Oh.
daisy. That is wild.
Yeah,
That's a cool photo, Joyce.
that is cool.
It is.
Got a lot of flower heads going on over there.
Thank you guys for sending all these pictures. Listeners, viewers, if you want to email us any photos, gardeninginsideout@gmail.com is the best way to send those because we can go ahead and get the high resolution photos and images downloaded pretty easily onto mine or Tyler's computer.
We did get some photos from Donna Brooks. I have to throw these in
Did I
here
miss
too.
those?
And while we're
Yeah,
looking, go ahead.
the hydrangea, limelight, tree form, and white wedding.
There you go.
Wow.
Amazing.
White wedding.
All right.
That
Terry-
limelight is
Terry said
outstanding.
that she sent some late photos to
Oh,
Caroline.
Terry, I was waiting for him. Let's see.
They're in
Yeah.
Messenger, though.
It's hard to download them from Messenger, Terry, so I'd recommend sending them to gardeninginsideout@gmail.com.
Hey,
If you
I want
can
to
email them.
give a quick shout out to Dr. Lincoln. He's right outside the door
Is he
here
really?
Is he?
waiting, so we're going to get to spend a few minutes after the show with him. And a big shout out to Adam and Rachel Chapman. They're on vacation,
They are.
so
Good for them.
they're not going to get this message.
Okay. They're watching. I bet
I
you
told
they-
him to forget he ever knew me.
Post-
for 17
postscript.
days.
Hey, that music means, despite it being Adam and Rachel's anniversary, that this edition is coming to an end. So
It is indeed.
now, next Saturday morning, we're going to come back here on Earth Mix TV.
I might take the week off.
You might.
I might.
I said we. I didn't say the collective we. We're going to be here to do a show.
I mean, the day I got something.
Okay, you got a thing.
I got to go see.
You got a thing,
got a
man.
thing.
I
about
got.
a
I got to
guy.
go to see folks out in Colorado, Rocky Mountain trees. and
I think
shrubs.
that's a cool thing to do. Wish I was going.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
we would. We'll see what happens. Hey, folks, we appreciate you joining us every Saturday for Gardening Inside Out. Like, subscribe, share, watch for the podcast and the new feature, which we didn't talk about that we need to next week. And we'll see you then, right here from the Green Room.
Tyler here. Gardening Inside Out podcast is looking for sponsors for 2026. If you have a business that's plant and gardening related, or if you know of one, please get in touch with us at gardeninginsideout@gmail.com. Thank you for listening to Gardening Inside Out. It's hard to believe we're into our third year as a podcast, and we love hearing from you as we learn who our listeners are and what y'all enjoy about it. If you love the show, we greatly appreciate any likes, follows, shares, or word of mouth recommendations. If you've already done so, thank you for your support. There's many ways to get in touch with us, so send us a text with the fan mail feature or email gardeninginsideout@gmail.com. Happy gardening and see you next week.